Hello and welcome. Well, today we are going to discuss about the core size in a flyback topology, how it is related to the power and voltage. As the flyback topology of an SMPS is uses a coupled inductor and not a transformer. A coupled inductor transformer is stores energy when the transistor is on, and when the transistor is off, the stored energy is released to the output. This is called a coupled inductor model. This is used in flyback topology. Now, how is it is working? Before that, we have to look some basic. Take a wire and a current is passing through it. It will create a magnetic field around it. This magnetic field or magnetic force around it. The magnetic field strength is given by the current. If more current is passing, more magnetic force is generated. And if we go away from the conductor, the force, and take a point, the field intensity or the magnetic field intensity or the strength the strength at that point, force at that point will be very less. That is, if the length is, this is the length, if this length is high, the force will be very low. The magnetic field strength intensity will be very less. If we wound a wire like this, each coil produces a magnetic field. If there are 10 number of coils are there, 10 into I will be the magnetic field strength. And if it is wound, if it is not closely wound, the magnetic field has to travel more area. That means the strength at, if we take a point at this, the strength at that, the intensity, magnetic field intensity at that point will be very less. If we wound this very closely, that means this area, the magnetic field has to travel a less area. So if we take a point at this point in this path, the field density will be very high. That means if we put a magnetizing material in that, it will be magnetized easily by this core than this core. Now if we put a core inside the material, the material got magnetized. If we say that if we put iron inside the core and it get magnetized, what is the energy required to magnetize the material is depends upon the permeability of the material, and this permeability is called relative permeability. If we take iron as an example, the iron has a permeability of 1200 times than that of air. How the permeability, now we will check how the permeability is acting when a magnetic field is applied. When a magnetic field is applied, how the permeability is acting. It is given by the equation B is equal to mu H. Mu means mu 0 into mu r. Mu r means the relative permeability. Mu 0 is the permeability of the air. Permeability of the air means it is 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7 Web per meter square. That means it is the line of flux produced by the air in 1 meter square. If the area of the core, if the area is 1 meter square, the flux produced by the air will be 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7 Web per meter square. If iron is put inside the core, this into 1200 times will be the flux produced by the iron due to this magnetic field. This magnetic field is H or Ni, mu 0 mu r into number of turns into the current. So this will gives the flux. If we apply N into I magnetic field, this magnetic field into an iron core, a highly permeable material like iron core, it will produce a flux. The core will produce a flux. The purpose of the flux is to oppose the energy coming from the input voltage. The flux produced by the core is linked with the each of the turns in the coil, and each coil produces a voltage, and the total voltage is given by the number of turns into the voltage produced by each coil. That means each coil produces a voltage, and number of turns will give the total voltage. The d phi by dt or change in flux linked with each of the turns and produces a voltage and is called the self-induced EMF. This voltage is called self-induced EMF. The objective of this EMF is to oppose the voltage, and thus the current going through it. If it opposes the voltage, means it does not want to pass the current through it. The current is carrying voltage, energy. That means if we say that this is an electron, if we apply 100 volt, each of the electron carries 100 volt. That means if 1 ampere current is there, 1 ampere current is allowed to flow through this. 1 ampere current with 100 volt means 100 watt of energy is carrying by the current. So when the induced EMF opposes it, the current reduces. That means the core opposes the energy coming into it by producing flux, and this flux linked with the coil produces a voltage and opposes the input voltage, and thus avoids the large current coming into this. If the relative permeability of the material is very high, it produces a large amount of flux in small time, and this flux linked with the coil produces a voltage with the same EMF as the input voltage. If 100 voltage is applied, it will produce the same 100 voltage with the help of the flux. Now we will look at how relative permittivity is related to the power. That means when we take two material, one is iron and another is ferrite. When iron is used as the core material, that means a very less force is needed. With a very less magnetic field, maximum flux is produced that it can handle. That means the current required magnetic field, less magnetic field means less current. That means if we say that if with 1 ampere it is producing a magnetic field of this, and due to this magnetic field maximum flux in the core is occupied. That means the power as the voltage, if the input voltage is 100 volt, as the voltage is the same, but the current is only 1 ampere here. That means this current is carrying this voltage. 1 ampere current is carrying 100 volts. That means it is carrying total 100 watt of power into the core of the transformer. 100 watt is not just take an example. 100 watt of power is what is it is used to magnetize the material, magnetize the iron. If we take ferrite core, it has a low permeability. That means a high force is needed to generate this much of flux. In order to fill the core, this much of flux is needed. That means this much of flux means more current has to go through this coil in order to so that more magnetic field is generated. So here we consider that more current means let's say 2 ampere of current is needed to create a large magnetic field. So the current is 2 ampere and the voltage is still 100 volt. So 2 ampere into 100 volt gives 200 volt. That means now the ferrite core needs 200 watt of energy to magnetize it fully, but the iron only want 100 watt. That means as the permeability of the material increases, the power handling capacity decreases. That it can, with a less power, the iron can be magnetized, but for magnetizing the ferrite, more energy has to be applied. Iron is the core, 100 watt of energy is pumped into the circuit, and when it is switched off, this energy is released. Like that, so if high permeable material is used, less energy we can transfer. If a low permeable material is used, the high amount of power can be transferred, as it is able to store more energy, so we can transfer more energy. By putting an air gap, we can reduce the permeability and increase the power. Now if we look at the voltage and the core size, that means if we apply a high voltage, when a high voltage is applied, more current will be flown through it. That means the magnetic field will increase. As the magnetic field increase, the rate of change of flux will increase. That means it will induce more voltage. That means if more voltage is applied, more current is applied, then more flux will be generated. More flux means in short time more flux will be generated. That means the d phi by dt will be more. In short time, the flux gets saturated. As the rate of change of flux increases, as the voltage increases, it will reach the saturation very early. That means the time required to get the core saturated is very less. That means we have to decrease the frequency, or otherwise we have to increase the core size. That means then only it can handle this much of voltage. If we want a desired output power and want to select a transformer core, one method is area product method. This is the transformer, and if we want a particular output, particular power at the output, one way of selecting the core of the transformer is area product method. That means this is area AC into AW. AC means this core area where we are winding the core, where we are winding the coil, primary and secondary. The primary and secondary coils are wound on this like this, and this is the area, and this is the window area. This area is the window area. And how it is related to power. That means if this, as we said that if the area is more, that means if the maximum density that it can handle is very low, if we say that the saturation limit is very low, so what we'll do, we will increase the area. So it is, that means it is in opposite. If the flux density that it can handle, the core can handle, is very low, means we have to increase the area. And if the input voltage is high, as we said, if the voltage applied at the input is high, more core area has to be more. And both input voltage and current, if the power is more, that means we said that the area has to be more. AC increasing means it can handle more power. When more power is handling, the wire size has to be big, so then only it can handle more wire. So more current is carrying through these wires. This current is carrying through these wires. The wires have certain capability. That means that is called J. How much it can handle. That means a 1 mm square copper wire has the current capability of 3 ampere. That means if the size of the wire is 1 mm square, and the material is copper, it can handle 3 ampere of current. That means if J is more, this window area should be less window area is needed. So copper is used, we can use a less area. KW means if we bound the wires on it, if more number of wires are to be bound, there needs more number of layers, and each has to be insulated by an insulating material. As KW become low, more window areas is needed. When this transistor is on, the current is increasing linearly like this. Current is increasing linearly like that. This is the peak current. This divided by 2 gives the average current. This divided by 2 gives the average current. So V into I means the power that it supplies. This is given by the power that it supplies, and B max, if more power is, both the terms are more, saturation flux of this material is very low, the core area has to be very large in order to occupy this power. And if copper is used, it can handle more current. So this area should be less. If instead of copper, aluminum is used and other material is used, it cannot carry this much of current. Diameter of the material has to be high. If copper is used, the diameter of material has to be low. So a less area is needed to wound the coil. So the total area will be less. If the other material is, if aluminum is used as the wire, it can handle only 1.5 ampere. So more diameter is needed. So more diameter means each coil wants more diameter, more space. So the total space needed will be high. As we said earlier, as frequency increases, less power has to be handled by the core. So the core size will reduce. So as area increases, if the area is very high, we can reduce the maximum flux that it can handle. If the window area is very high, we can use aluminum as the material. And if the area, this product is very high, we can handle a high power. And if this area is very high, we can use a low frequency. This is what this equation means.